What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of The Block is Hot. Today we're going to be going over some exclusive gameplay footage of the Adazoo project that I recently went over in my upcoming CNFT mint video. In the video, I had actually made a pretty big mistake, and I was saying that this game was coming out on the 3rd of April. 04/03/2022, right? I'm in the US, so I always I guess I assume things are in US dates, but this is actually in a European date, which means that the game is coming out in just 2 days. So one of the developers on this team actually reached out to me to correct this, and he allowed me to basically go in full dev mode and be able to see how this game works. So I'm just going to be going over the game. I'm going to be going over some of the stuff that the devs told me about and just my overall thoughts and opinions on this project. Before I hop into this game, I want to give you guys a little bit of a background of what exactly Adazoo is. Adazoo is basically trying to be a Pokemon of the Cardano world, and they're going to be having all of these different lacies that you can find in their world. You can go into the grass, you can find them, you can battle them, you can catch them, and they're going to have all of these different stats. And as you collect them and as you catch these different lacies, you're actually going to be able to sell them on the secondary market. There's also going to be a utility token in the future, so as you battle, you're going to be able to get these rewards as well. The game is going to start off with 13 different types of lacies. So for example, there's going to be wolves, there's going to be hippos, there's going to be monkeys. And the cool thing about it is that not all of these lacies are built the same. Some of them are built different. So for example, wolves are really specialized in attack. The main stats that you're going to see here are attack, health, defense, and speed. And all of these different animals or all these different lacies, depending on the species, specialize or are stronger or weaker in certain areas. But what's cool about this is, let's say you play this game and you find a wild wolf in the wild, right, in the world, and you catch it. Well, it's going to have unique stats. So for example, maybe this one started off with 77 health, 58 attack, 72 defense, 66 speed. Well, this wolf right here has 85 health, 82 attack, 72 defense. So what's cool is when you're in this world, not only are you trying to collect all these different lacies, but they're also going to have different stat levels. They're also going to have different slot amounts, which I'm going to be going over. And there's also a chance that they can be super rare and have an albino version. So super cool how they're doing that. You're also going to be able to level these guys up. And when they level up, those stats are going to go up as well. And then when those stats go up, you're going to be able to battle different lacies in this world and get higher quality lacies to sell on the secondary market or basically keep in your collection. As you see here, guys, this is the breakdown of all the different species that you can find in this world. You have bears, wolves, lions, pandas, hippos, basically a lot of the major animals you know. What you'll notice is that there are certain animals like jaguar that might only have a 1% chance of dropping, and that goes the same for a lion. So it could be one of those situations as you're playing this game, if you randomly find a lion that is super rare and super powerful, that might be a pretty big payday for you just because you were able to find something that a lot of people have a hard time finding, and you're able to get an early lacy that is going to help you in the future make more money in this game. Each lacy can also have these different slot numbers. So the first 5,000 lacies are all going to have 5 slots, and those are slots that are going to be basically attachments that you can put on your lacy. So for example, maybe you can attach a baseball bat on your lacy in the future, and maybe that gives you more attack, or maybe they have a healing amulet that'll heal you when you're outside of the game walking around rather than you needing to go to some hospital to heal your guy. So super cool how they're doing that. All the ones in the wild are going to have anywhere from 0 slots to 3 slots. So this is another situation where as you're playing the game, if you notice that one has a lot more slots, then that might be something a lot more rare and desirable and worth more money in the secondary market. Now, one of the cool things about this project, guys, is that they already have the beta version or the alpha version of this game. So you connect your Nami wallet, you pay to ADA, and now you're in the game. And I'm just going to walk through it here. You have all these different buildings and trees and flowers. It's kind of like a pixelated Pokemon style thing. Now, a lot of these houses you can't go into yet. They simply have, little text saying knock, knock. It appears no one's home right now. I should come back later. Pretty Pokemon-y stuff. But I'm just going to walk over here. Most of the time you're going to spawn in their main town center, and that's where you're gonna be able to heal your lacies and things like that. But if you walk around, you'll see that there's all these different grasses. I just stepped on a piece of grass, and now I'm gonna be able to see all the different lacies that I have in my wallet. So for example, I have the rhino, I have these monkeys, I have these wolves, and I also have an albino platypus, which albinos are like a 0.05 or 0.5% chance of getting. Like super, super rare. So if you find an albino, you know that's going to be a pretty good flip to whoever is, trying to collect these. But now you have two options. You can either run away or you can fight. In this situation, I'm going to fight this guy, and I'm personally going to do beaver versus beaver. So I just select my beaver, I click fight, and now we are going to go into the battle mode of this. So I put my face in the middle here, guys, so I can be the witness of this battle and kind of be like the referee. But as you see over here, guys, you have the option to run away, and you also have 3 different abilities right now. You have your health bar that's at the top, and you also have your energy bar. So using your Fury Claw is going to do the least amount of damage using this first ability, but it's not going to use up any of my energy. If I use Poison Tail, which is 1 down, it is going to use some of my energy, so my energy can't build up. This Venomotipus, or however you want to say it, is the strong ultimate ability in a sense, and you have to build up your energy bar in order to use that. Up top over here, we have kind of the speed of your different guys. So if you have a Lacy that has a lot of speed, then you're going to be able to do a lot more attacks. And this is how you can kind of see the process of who's going to attack next and win. So I know we're fighting an elephant now instead of something else. I accidentally deleted the clip like a total scrub. But yes, guys, we are now fighting this elephant instead. We are witnessing this battle, this yoked elephant, and I can hit Fury Claw, which is going to not use any of my energy and hopefully build up to use my special ability. So all you do is you hit Fury Claw, you hit the enter button on your keyboard, and now you do the attack. And now it's his turn to attack. This is the timing bar, like I said, and because I have 4 energy now, I'm going to be able to use my special stronger ability. Click on that, hit enter, and it did more damage. So this dude, so as you saw here too, guys, like my speed is better than his speed, and now because I don't have any energy, I can't use these other abilities. So I'm just gonna use Fury Claw, and that dude whooped my butt. So in this situation, I'm defeated. I hit OK, and now I can get back into the rest of the game. Now, sometimes this does glitch up here where you click OK and it doesn't, take out of the screen. That's when you just have to hit the refresh button and you'll get put back into the game. Now, I don't know if this is because I'm in the developer mode or if this is just a random bug going on, but the refresh basically, clears out that process for you. After you win one of your battles against a Lacy, you're actually going to have the ability to capture that Lacy or simply let it go. Now, you don't know what stats it's going to have when you go to capture it. You're only going to know that after the fact. But obviously, guys, in some situations, if it's a 1% chance of you finding a jaguar or something, you're probably going to want to catch that every single time because those might go for a lot more money in the secondary market, especially because they're more powerful than some of the other Lacies in the game. Now, even though this team has done a lot and really gotten a lot of things figured out, there's still a decent amount of bugs and there's still a ways for this project to go, but I really like the things that they're already delivering on. I mean, think about it. How many projects out there have sold a bunch of stuff and then promising something in the future and have yet to deliver on it? So it's cool that these guys are selling their Lacies, their very first sale of these 5,000 OG Lacies, and they already have a base game where you can already go around and catch stuff. Now, there have been glitches, guys, and I know I'm in the developer version, so it's probably not as smooth, but just realize that if you're getting into this, there are going to be glitches. There are still things that they need to work on. We are still early in the development of this game, and if you're someone that's going to invest in this game, you really have to have a long-term mindset here because this is an early stage. They don't have that token yet that you can get from, capturing the Lacies. They don't have the ability to battle other people yet. They don't have the ability to buy the land and make money off the land yet, which I think is a really cool concept. So there's still things they have to work on, but their team is actually really intelligent. And as far as the development side of things go, they have been doing a really great job at figuring out all of these different smart contracts and metadata and interactions in this game. One of the other things that I wanted to bring up is that you are going to be able to see all of the other players in the game at the same time, which is pretty cool. So So maybe you'll see is hot block. They made the account, it's block is hot, but it's close enough. I got their date mixed up, so maybe they just did that on purpose and switched mine too. But regardless, you're going to be able to chat with different people, interact with other players, especially in the future, you're going to be able to battle the other players. And you can also see your current lacies, which is kind of like your Pokédex. And you can see here, guys, these are the different lacies that are in my account. And if you click on them, you're going to be able to see their stats. So there's a lot of different strategies when you go and fight these other wild lacies, or when you fight these other players in the future. You're going to want to, click on them and see what their stat lineup is. Like panda bears, for example, have a ton of defense. So maybe if I'm fighting a panda bear, I'm going to want someone like a wolf that has a lot more attack and a lot more speed. So it's really interesting. I like how they're doing all this stuff. Like I said, this is very early, but it's also a lot further than a lot of the different projects out there. And I really do think that this team is just super talented when it comes to actually developing a bunch of this stuff. Another cool thing they're adding in the future is a leaderboard. So you're going to be able to see weekly stats, monthly stats, lifetime stats, how many fights you won, what's your ratio. You're going to be able to see all these different top hunters. There's going to be different tournaments in the future and special giveaways for people that are top hunters. So very exciting stuff. I know some of this stuff is still pretty far away and on their roadmap, but it's cool to see a lot of it already structured, and it's good to know that the developers actually know how to do a bunch of this stuff and just not making empty promises like a lot of projects. As far as their release goes, they are releasing on the 4th, which is the same day you're going to be able to play this game, and you're just going to have to make an account. You're going to go to the sale page, you're going to click buy. There are going to be 5,000 at 50 ADA a piece. You hit buy, and then it's going to walk you through this whole process. So you have your email account, you say, hey, I'm buying 1, 3, or 5. If you want to buy 5, you are going to, have 252 ADA you have to send to them. You're going to be able to connect your Nami wallet, and you're going to be able to purchase them. You're then going to be able to see your different lacies in your wallet in the game. I want to stress here, guys, that this is not a paid promotion. They did not ask me to do this. They simply had reached out to me and was like, yo, we're actually releasing this game a lot sooner if you want to go over it. And I was like, sure, why not? So I was actually in a Discord with them for hours. Like, I don't even know how long, but it was at least 3 hours just going over the game, picking their brains, seeing what different ideas they had with it. And I think as a long term, it's a pretty cool project. Like, they're actually, at least on the technical side, which is the hardest side of things, they have it down. Now, there's some things they have to work on, in my opinion, such as marketing, getting their engagement up, really putting out their content out there so more people know about it. Like, there's different design, like there's different things that they have to work on for sure. But one of the things that the main CEO or developer was telling me was that they were going to hire a bunch more people for this project after this release. So they're going to have someone that's more focused on marketing. They're going to have someone that's going to be updating the design. They're going to have a token in the future where you're going to be able to battle and earn this token. So it's pretty cool stuff. As far as investing in this project, I wouldn't invest in this project if you're looking for a quick flip. Like, I don't think this is a quick flip situation. This might even be one of those projects that take a little bit longer to sell out. Now, the cool thing is if you do get in and you get some of these OGs and you start leveling them up and you start building up a collection, then maybe in the future, once they add all these other things, that this is going to, basically pay off that you put in a bunch of this time super early before all that stuff came out. Because think about it, maybe these lacies release for 50 ADA, maybe they take a while to sell out, but maybe you're able to go and you're able to level your guys up and you're able to get all these different lacies and you're able to build your collection and you're able to get these super rare ones. And then let's say in the future, when they have battling, when they have this utility token, when they have all this stuff, now all of a sudden that is going to pay off for you in the back end. So it's interesting. Definitely don't get into this if you're looking for a quick flip. I do think that there's a chance that this sells out a little bit slower just because they don't have a ton of engagement in their Discord yet. But I do think that this is a project that is probably going to pick up a lot of momentum over time, just when people start to realize that, whoa, this is actually a play to earn game that is out already, and I can catch all these different lacies. So yeah, just food for thought. I'm personally going to be buying like 1 or 2 of these guys just so I can mess around with the game and, collect some of these lacies when a lot of people aren't paying attention to it yet, especially since I kind of have like the inside scoop of what this team is going to do. And I had the inside scoop of actually talking to their team and seeing the talent that they have. So that just gives me a little bit more confidence. But I do realize that like not a lot of people know about this project yet. So you have to keep that in mind as far as investing in it. That wraps up today's video though, guys. If you enjoyed it or learned something, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope everyone here has an awesome day.